Hey, what's going on? This is Sean from Your Health at the Crossroads.com. Your health, your body, your decision. I recently had, oh, well, first of all, Happy New Year. It's January the 2nd, 2016. Excuse my baby in the background. But anyway, a few days ago, I had the pleasure of interviewing again a guy who is just a very, very good friend of mine, Christian fitness trainer friend of mine. His name is Jay Jones of Jay Jones INI, Inspiration, Not Intimidation, is what that stands for. If you look at my previous, if you look at a previous post of mine, I'll try to remember to put it, you know, below the YouTube video here. I interviewed him before, and I think that was just an audio interview actually. But anyway, just a really good friend trainer of mine. He's a celebrity trainer, um, and he just recently has published a book in December, um, and the book is called "A Little Bit of Something Beats a Whole Lot of Nothing: A 30-Day Guide to Your New Healthy Habits." And it's a really, really good book. I've gone through it myself, and you'll hear more about it in the interview. But I'm telling you, it's a really good book if you're one of the people who's trying to get a start and you want a book that will guide you step by step through. This is your book. It's a workbook. It's a book. It's very inspirational. It's very well thought through, and I definitely endorse it. Without further ado, here is the interview. And remember to scroll down, look below the YouTube video, or look in the blog post if you're on my blog, to find all the relevant links to the book, to his website, and all that kind of stuff. Thank you. Be blessed. All right. Well, this is Sean from Back to Basics, By the Way Fitness, Your Health at the Crossroads.com. And I have with me, once again, I have the pleasure of interviewing Jay Jones from Jay Jones INI,
That's right.
Inspiration, Not Intimidation. Um, First of all, hello again, man. It's just great to have you again. It's a pleasure to do this thing again, man.
Oh man, Sean, I appreciate it, brother. This is always my blessing to get an opportunity to reputate with you, share some of the good news about what God is doing with our fitness ministry, and find out what good God is doing in your life, my dear brother.
Amen, man. Amen, man. Yeah, stuff is going good here, man. God is definitely steadily opening new doors and stuff like that, and
Beautiful.
that kind of thing. But enough about me, man. You told me, you told me that you actually wrote a new book
Yes, sir.
that was being released this month, correct?
That is correct. That is correct. I got a copy of it here. This is
Okay,
fresh, hot off the presses. We
excellent.
got
The hard copy.
yep, got the hard copy of it right here.
All
You
right.
know, we're very excited. A little bit of something beats a whole lot of nothing, is what we call it.
Okay, right. A little bit of something beats a whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing, brother.
Good, man. And first of all, as we go into talking about this book, I want to tell you I did look at your book, and even my wife, she glanced at it because I had it pulled up, the copy you sent me and everything, and we both thought it was like excellent, like sincerely excellent. Um, the way that you formatted it, we'll talk about that a little bit more.
Okay.
But it's just really good. I can honestly tell that you put a lot into it. You didn't just write something. You put stuff into this book that's really gonna guide people, you know, through the path. I guess through this whole um, path that you created. I guess I can't remember how many days is it. Is it a
30 days. It's a 30-day
right?
guide to your new healthy habit. That's right.
Right, that's right. A 30-day guide to a new healthy habit. All right. So all right. So on that note, you essentially talk about in this book changing your lifestyle
That's right.
by focusing on your habits.
That's right.
So could you elaborate on what you mean by that, changing your lifestyle by focusing specifically on the habit and why you choose that approach?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, we like to look at the big picture. when we look at our lives. Most of us, we look at the big moments, the highlights, but really our lives are made of those everyday moments, those little small decisions that we make every single day.
Right.
You know, enough of those small decisions equal out to the big picture. We call them the snapshots. You know, the life is comprised of snapshots, and then it creates this collage that we look back on as our entirety of life. Well, those snapshots are basically just habits,
Mm-hmm.
things that you do daily.
Mm-hmm.
We're made and we're created by those small habits so they can either be an asset or a detriment in our life, those things that either add to us or take away from us.
Right.
So, what happens is when we go through this thing called fitness, a lot of times we have very lofty goals. We see the big picture. The big picture is I want to lose 20 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
The big picture is I want to get into this dress, you know what I'm saying, or look good for this reunion, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You know, that's the big picture.
Right.
But the snapshot is what you're doing every day to achieve that. So we have these lofty goals, and a lot of times we disappoint ourselves, Sean. You know, we create these big picture goals, and they a lot of times are unattainable or unrealistic. So we go out and we set out with the very best of intentions, and what happens is we fail. We don't quite reach the goal that we set out, and we don't really feel fulfilled in having that we said that we did what we said we were going to do.
Right.
So it's almost like you're lying to yourself
Mm-hmm.
and you become disappointed to yourself. And if anybody continues to lie to you, if there was somebody outside who's continually lying to you, ultimately you're going to stop believing them,
Amen.
right?
Amen. Right.
So you're going to be like, I know this cat ain't going to tell me the truth because he don't ever tell me the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right. Right.
So that's what happens to us when we start failing on our fitness goals. We literally stop believing in ourselves. We stop believing the words that we speak even to our own selves,
Mm-hmm.
which become more detrimental, and we fall back into the old comfortable way of living, which of course may be comfortable, but it may not be most beneficial when it comes to living a healthy life, not just physically, but also spiritually and mentally. So, you know, those habits are your snapshots. So we got to create new habits, new snapshots, things that we do every day. And this program is extremely basic in the sense that it allows you to be able to do what you say you're going to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Creating small victories every day. You create a victory. So you start trusting yourself again.
Mm.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
like that.
You start believing yourself again, and therefore you're able to do more because you believe that you're capable of doing more.
Amen, man. I like that. I love, love, love that approach, man. Cause like you say, it's not about. I mean, of course, you have these big goals, but it's not about
Right.
looking so much at that big goal that you lose sight of what it really takes to get there. And that's true, man.
That's
I mean, I know I've done that many times with my own personal goals, whether it be physical or otherwise, and I know that that's what a lot of people are dealing with because especially when we live in this world where we have all of these unrealistic kind of things around us, like like these, you have all these fitness models and this and that who have
that's
these
right.
physiques that a lot of us want to attain, but they
Yeah,
don't tell the full story in the advertisements about this is how this person got there,
that's
that
right.
kind of thing. And so I like that very simple steps that people can take that will allow them to get there in the future. That's good, man.
That's right.
Another thing I noticed about your book, Jay, is that your book is formatted essentially. It's a book and it's a workbook as well.
That's right.
Could you talk about that a little bit?
Well, we wanted to create the absolute most value that we could in a book. You know, I didn't just want to create an exercise book, and I didn't want to create just a motivational book, but we wanted to encompass everything in the book. So the book is formatted like a workbook. You know, we allow you to have a little quote every day
Right.
that will
Hmm.
motivate you. And then there's an actual physical component, something that you physically have to do every day for 30 days, even if it's just something as small as touching your toes,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, 10 times, something just as basic as that. And then we have the fitness footnote where we galvanize the physical and the spiritual connection when it comes to working out.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
We touch on some physical beats, and then at the very end of it, we let you journal your journey. So there's a place for you in the book where we stimulate a mental activity where you have to write down something that correlates with the activity for the day. So here's a way that we are attacking your brain from all
That's
angles.
excellent.
You know what I'm saying?
Excellent.
We're hitting you from all angles. We having you do something physical. We having you read something very short, just a little quote, maybe a line that's inspiring, something short, and then we have you writing. You know what I'm saying? So we're hitting you from what we call the open mind strategy. We're hitting you from not just reading, not just doing, but also to contemplate, where you have to physically write something and think about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So therefore, in 30 days, you would have done 30 activities, written 30 journal entries, and read 30 quotes. In those 30 days, you've basically submerged yourself into change.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
If you follow the program, you create change in your life, and it is unquestionable how the program is effective.
Excellent, man. Excellent. Yeah, exactly. Like you were talking about your quote, how you have a quote in every for every day. You have the I like how you had the footnotes in there, and then the journal the journey feature. I like how all of those you have them all tied together. Like everything is related. It's not like you have something, this little bit here, but it's not related to that, and that's not related to that. Everything is all together, so it really is very comprehensive. It's very, it really considers, like you say, the whole person, and
That's
that's important. That's important. It's not like you say just about exercise or motivation. It's about bringing all those together into that complete package, and I really believe that you've done that.
Oh man, thank
Yeah,
you,
no
brother.
problem, man. Okay, so I also had like a couple of things in particular that I really, really love. A couple of things you said in the book that I wanted to ask you to talk about a little bit. Um,
Certainly.
and one of those is I saw the phrase which I liked, which was create solutions through evolution. I really,
That's
really
right.
love that quote. And could you explain for those who are going to be watching this, what you mean by that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a real believer that you can never solve a problem with the same level of information that the problem was created with. You know what I'm saying? It's like you run into a math problem. You ain't gonna never really learn how to solve that problem until somebody comes and teaches you the
Mm,
formula. You know what I'm saying? Somebody comes and enlightens you or heightens your awareness. So that's evolution. When you're taught something, you evolve. When you learn something greater than what you already learned, then you're equipped to be able to solve a problem on a different level. Now, that doesn't mean you can solve all problems, because you got to continue to evolve, because on each level, a new set of problems will present
true, no
itself.
doubt.
You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So we've got to constantly be lifelong learners in order to constantly deal with the evolution of the life and problems and circumstances. So in order to solve any problem, you've got to evolve. So that's why we came up with the phrase, we problem solution through
Mm,
evolution. You know what I'm saying? You can't solve the problem with the same level of information the problem was created with.
exactly. Excellent. 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 And what about well, this is another thing that I saw that you said that I loved. Um, and that quote was being healthy in a sick society is a revolutionary act. What do you have to say about that? I thought that was just like profound, to be honest.
My brother, I appreciate that. And I mean that so sincerely, because, we live in a society where 80% of African American women are overweight or
Mm,
obese.
80%.
Okay.
80%.
65, 80%. Matter of fact, it's 81% now. It's ticked up 1%, which is extremely concerning,
Right,
right?
right.
So, to be healthy in a society where everybody is sick is a revolutionary act, because remember, the society itself is making us sick, because the society is toxic. I'm talking from the food that we eat, the air that we breathe, the media that we consume. Everything is designed to control us or to make us dependent on the pills, potions, powders, or promises of the
Mm,
pharmaceutical
mm, mm.
cartels, right? So if you can defend yourself against this onslaught, and that's what it is, it's an onslaught against your health and wellness. They're trying to make you sick. So if you can be revolutionary, say, I refuse to be sick. I refuse to allow them to make me a
Mm-hmm.
victim. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So then you become a revolutionary,
Mm,
brother.
mm, mm. And that is so true, man. Because like you said, everything in our society is counter healthy living, essentially. And
That's true.
when you were saying that, the scripture Romans 12:2 came to mind. Um,
Yeah, man.
was it don't be was it don't be changed by this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you can show what's
That's the
that good and
renewal of
acceptable and
mind.
perfect will of God. And that's exactly what that says there. That's why I love that so much. It's like exactly when we endeavor to do as you're instructing in this book, to be healthy, and to take the time to develop that healthy lifestyle, then we are being transformed by the renewing of our mind over the 30 days,
That's
specified in
right.
this book, so that we can
That's
show what
right.
God's will is, which is in this aspect to be healthy, to be
That's
whole, and that kind of thing. That's just really,
that's right.
really good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Um,
Man, I
let me
appreciate it,
see. Let
man.
me see. Okay, so to get into some of the more like technical aspects of the book. Okay, so this book is a quick read, right? What you saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We wanted to make it just a little bit of something, basically. We didn't want to over inundate people. We know we live in a real fast paced society, so we got the app coming and we got the audio book coming, but we wanted to start with the book
Okay.
itself because I believe as an avid reader that books are an ancient, you know, I, books hold a secret to so many different, keys to our life. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And if we can learn to be disciplined enough to sit down and just read a little bit of something, again, we don't. I understand it's a society thing now, but we moving so fast. But if we can sit down and just read a little bit of something, the process of reading will engage and trigger different aspects of our mind so we can become a lot more enlightened in other areas and we'll have a thirst for knowledge in a unique and a different way. So that's why the book came first, but we didn't want to make it too big. So the book itself is about the whole book is 100 and some pages, but we also have pages in there for you to actually be able to journal your journey. So it's nothing too intimidating for folks. Remember, it's all about inspiration, not intimidation, my dear
Excellent,
brother.
excellent, excellent. Yeah, exactly. So the book is 100 and something pages, but not all of those pages are just words. This is words. This is
That's right.
you know, spaces for you to journal and all that kind of thing. Okay,
That's
so
right.
you say this is a so you had can you show the print book again so we can see that the
Sure.
front cover?
All right, so this is the front cover. Let me zoom in so you can kind of get a
Okay,
read on it.
excellent, excellent,
You know what I'm saying? And we got it right here. We got some reviews and stuff on the back
excellent,
cover.
excellent.
You
See,
know,
so see y'all, that's
so
not that's not just a book being released with no reviews. This is tested and tried already. So good stuff.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. We put it through the ringer. We wanted again to add as much value as we possibly could. So again, this is years, man. This is about 10 years worth of training other people, working with clients, seeing what worked, seeing what didn't work. We want to put it all in one book. And this is my first book, but it certainly won't be my last because, I see the value in being able to compile information. This is the information age that we live in. So to be able to compile it and people to be able to go and reference it is really important to me. So that's why the book, the physical copy, is just the first phase of the whole rollout for the whole. A little bit of something beats a whole lot of
Mm.
nothing movement.
Amen.
So we got
Mm.
merchandise coming, we got the audio book coming, we got the live version where we come out and do the workshop.
Wow.
So hopefully I'll be out
Yeah.
there making, actually doing the physical seminar and workshop so we can engage people
Yeah.
right where they at, and you'll be
Mm.
a part of that. You know what I'm saying, Sean? So, we got a plan for 2016 where we really want to evangelize this
That's
movement, my
excellent,
dear
man.
brother.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. We can definitely talk about that because I think that's absolutely excellent. I want to be a part of the a little bit of something movement, man, because that's what's up. So you said,
Absolutely. You already a part of it. You
Amen. I
already a part
appreciate you,
of
man. I appreciate you, Doc. So
it.
okay, so
Yep.
all right, so you have the print version there, and do you sell it? I know you're saying the app is coming, the audio book is coming. Um, what
Certainly.
about as far as like other reading formats? Does it come in like any ebook format or anything like that?
Absolutely, absolutely. It comes on the ebook, downloadable. You can go to a little bit of something dot
A little bit
today.
of something.
A little bit of something
Okay.
dot today is the website, and it's up and running. You'll see some of the information we talked about. You can order the book there. You can even order the hard copy and we'll drop ship it to you so you can get a physical copy because the ebook is very relevant. But I think this workbook is really, really more powerful when you buy the physical copy because it becomes a part of you. It's almost like your physical Bible. You know, we want to be good stewards over our physical temples. This is where God really lives in you. You know what I'm saying? You are the living church. So when you engage in physical praise and worship or exercise, we call it physical praise and worship, you're demonstrating to your creator how valuable this gift is to you. You're showing that you're a good steward over this gift. So you need a reference guide to help you be a good steward. So you take this book with you and you journal it and you look back so you can have this book as sort of like a little journal that you can look back on 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 years down the line as you continue your lifestyle change. You can look where you've come from. You can remind yourself of what you've accomplished, where you started, you know, and it can become something that you can use going forward. So that's why the physical copy is
Right.
so important. And the book is twenty
Okay, twenty
dollars.
dollars. Okay.
You know, the physical copy
Okay.
is $20, you know, which is a fraction of what we charge for the actual coaching and whatnot. You'll have everything that we give the clients, and you'll have it concise that you can go back and refer to at any time and journal in, all for one small fee of $20, brother. So, you know, we really, really encourage folks. We didn't want to price it too high where people couldn't afford it, but we also didn't want to price it too low where people didn't have no value for it. You know what I'm saying? So $20 was a place that we felt that, you know, me and the publisher felt that it was a good solid point, and I believe that it'll add much value, well beyond
Excellent.
$20.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
$20, and you have essentially, something that's almost like having, you training there. Of course, it's, you're not there in person, but at the same time, it's like you have this thing literally packed with, the motivation, the different exercises, the chance to interface
That's right.
with that information by the journaling feature, and and like you said, the thing is, it's like this is not some $100, $200 something, but it could very well be worth that
That's right.
when you consider a month
It
worth
could,
of
because I'm gonna tell
stuff.
you,
So
it's a bonus at
okay,
the end, Sean. I want to let
okay,
everybody know that that $20 that you invest in the book also includes a free session with me when you finish
wow,
the book. I'm gonna do because I want to meet everybody. You know what I'm saying? I know it's crazy, sounds unheard of, but I want to meet those people who found value in the book. So at the end of the book, I congratulate all those who
right,
did the
good,
30 days. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the 30 days, because you did it as a gift to you for being so consistent and convicted and wanting to
right,
change your life, I want to meet you personally. So I give you a free session where we get to rap just like me and you rapping right now via the Skype. So no matter where you are on earth, you'll schedule and we'll make it happen. So yeah, I want to meet everybody face to face. So that's a part of the
wow.
book, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So we're adding bonuses and we making sure, again, I want to give you way more value than the $20
Wow,
that you
wow.
spent.
So, in case y'all didn't hear that, not only do you get this book with all of this information and the chance to journal and interface with the information, but you also get a free session with celebrity trainer Jay Jones. Come on, y'all. I hope
Absolutely.
you hear what he's offering because he's really pouring himself out here. And Jay, I know that you're very sincere with what you're doing. I know that you are. I know you are, and I believe that people who are watching
Yes,
this and
sir.
people who know you know the same thing. So that's good stuff, man. I think that's like really excellent. Like trend setting. I'm definitely gonna have to learn from you because this is like what it's about, putting as much
Hey,
value out there
brother.
because you're trying to change some lives, change this world, man. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that, Sean, man, and so are you, brother. I'm super proud of you. That's why when anything happens with me, I want to share it with you and your audience
mhm.
first and foremost, brother, because this is the first interview that I've done in regards to a little bit of something beats a whole lot of nothing. I pray to my heavenly
Yeah.
Father that this ain't the last, but most certainly it's the first, brother. So by all means, you are adding tremendous value, not only to me, but to those who listen and follow you as well, good sir. So
I
continue
will,
the
man. I
phenomenal work.
appreciate you. I definitely appreciate the honor of being able to be the first, to interview you, man. Um, so we're
Yes,
going. I
sir.
guess we can go ahead
Yes,
and
sir.
wrap it up, man. And I guess the last thing. Let me just ask you two more things. One, how long have you been a trainer? I just want people to know, how long you've been training people and how long you've been doing this thing, just so that they'll know that this isn't something you just started doing yesterday.
Absolutely. I started doing this in 2006. Next year will make a
Okay.
decade. Prior to that, I was an actor, a stage actor, so I'd taken a lot of care of my body, but it was just a passion because of, again, and when you go to a little bit of something, Doc, today, you'll see a video that sort of gives you a little history on me, a
Right.
broken neck from high school and a whole physical transition it took for me to get back into just being able to move around and be active again. So, it's been a 10-year journey with the training, and I'm telling you, every day I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning new techniques, new strategies. So I'm thankful, but it definitely hadn't been a fly by night thing. We've worked with hundreds of people, man, celebrities, everyday folks. You know what I'm saying? The salt of the earth is what I
Mm.
call everyday folks. So, we definitely want to continue to just add more value and be a gift to
Amen.
God's kingdom, my
Amen.
brother.
Amen. And the last question I want to ask you, man, is with your book, the formats that it's available in now, where do you buy it? I know you have a little bit of something dot today. Is there anywhere else that it's available?
Well, you can go
Okay.
to Amazon.com. It's on the Kindle store. All of those spots where you
Okay.
typically buy ebooks. We looking at other outlets to try to get it popping. Get some consignment. Maybe coming to a church near you. Put it in the
Okay.
bookstores at the churches. We trying to just get it out to as many places as we can, so we can, like I said,
Okay, cool,
evangelize the
man. Cool,
message.
cool. So, what I want to make sure that I do is, I'm gonna put these links. I'm gonna put a link to a little bit of something dot today, with this video. Your main page is jjonesini.com, right? www. Oh,
Or
right,
it's
jjonesfitness.com. Let me
jjonesfitness.com.
get it right. Um,
Yes, that's
okay.
good. You was
And
right there.
okay, and then okay, I can put a direct link to your Amazon Kindle version of this book. And then of course I guess
Beautiful.
those of you who watch this video also know that you can even, do a Google search and see other, areas that this book is available through. I'm sure maybe Books a
Absolutely.
Million, um Barnes and Noble type stuff or whatever is maybe available on those. I'm assuming, you know.
Well, if it's not that the publisher she's doing her thing, but the first of the year, I'll make sure it's gonna be on all those particular outlets because, again, we're gonna make sure it's gonna be
Cool,
available
cool.
wherever
Okay,
folks
okay,
shop.
cool, man. All right, man. Well, that's all I have. Again, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate you putting something out like this. This book, which is again is titled "A Little Bit of Something Beats a Whole Lot of Nothing." Everybody,
That's right.
I vouch for Jay because I know he's sincere. I know that he's real about this stuff. He lives it.
Thank you, man.
You can see he's actually fit, and you can hear the passion in everything he says. So I encourage you to go out there and buy it. I plan on buying a copy myself. Um, yeah, no problem, man. And
Thank you, man.
God bless you, man. Hopefully, we'll be doing something like this again. And I look forward to working with you, meeting with you sometime, soon. And
Yes, sir.
that's it, man. That's it. God bless you, man. Yeah.
Hey, well, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. Our paths will physically cross, my brother. I thank you. May heaven continue to smile upon you and your family, and we'll make this thing happen real soon, physically, my brother. I
Excellent, man.
guarantee you,
I
real
agree.
soon.
I agree. All right. God bless you, man.
God bless you,
Okay.
man.
Take care
I'll
now.
talk to you later.